The crisis at our southern border spiraling out of control with a record-breaking number of illegal crossings every single month. And now the Biden administration is reportedly weighing reinstating former President Trump's Remain in Mexico policy. Here now to react is retired acting ICE director and Fox News contributor, Mr. Tom Homan. Good morning to you, Tom.
Good morning.
Good morning. Why do you think they're weighing this light version of the Remain in Mexico policy that Trump instated? Why are they interested in that now? Is it because the poll numbers are bad?
Well, that's the biggest reason. Look, this past month is going to be over 200,000 again. They haven't announced it yet, but it's going to be over 200,000. They haven't announced it. They're trying to figure a way to spin it, but they can't survive this. They can't take this beating every month. I'm sure there's people at the White House that are not an idiot, that realize that, look, this is going to hurt us in the midterms. So understand this. First of all, they're going to reinstate the Remain in Mexico program, at least they're supposed to, because they were ordered by the courts to do it. I've been involved in 3 lawsuits, Ainsley. I've written more affidavits suing this president than I did during my entire career. We won the moratorium on deportations. We won the ICE priorities lawsuit, and we won the Remain in Mexico program. These people have to be ordered by the courts to do their job. And what's the first thing they do? They appeal the decision because they want to continue doing what they're doing. But I'm convinced there's people in the White House who are saying, look, this is bad. This isn't working. We're going to lose the midterms and probably the White House if we don't change policies and control the border.
There was a guy that's been on Fox several times. His name's Brent Smith. He's a rancher in Kenny, Texas, and he says he's had to spend $60,000 to repair the fences on his property. He said he found 3 bodies in the area last week. He says if you don't have a gun, you're going out on your own risk. He says we can't even walk in our backyards, even during the daylight. What are some of the stories you've heard down there?
I talked to one sheriff last month that's found 48 dead migrants in his county alone. 48. That's one county out of hundreds of counties on the southwest border. The thing I hear the most is about, right now, is the missing families, right? They over 112,000 children have entered this country illegally, which is the highest number in the history of the Border Patrol. They released thousands of family units. It came out last week that about 40% of those family units can't be found. Now, they attacked the Trump administration for 2,500 family separations, but in the meantime, they got 45,000 children they can't find. This is an inhumane policy. Children are dying. Women are getting sexually assaulted. The records amount of fentanyl coming to this country has caused over 90,000 overdose deaths, and they're not doing a thing about it. They have to be ordered by the courts to do their job and secure the border. They're not doing it for the right reasons. They're not doing it because they want to save lives. They're not doing it because they want to help the Border Patrol. They're not doing it to secure the border. They're doing it for their political future. That's the only reason they're considering on changing some of these policies at all.
What do you mean by that? They want Texas and Arizona, some of these other states to turn blue?
They're afraid they're going to lose the midterms because of the border crisis. This is about politics. This isn't about doing the right thing for the country. They're looking at some of these policies and get back to some of the other Trump policies because of the election. It's about their political future, not the safety and security of our country.
Yeah, and then you've got the Afghanistan problem. What do you expect in the midterm elections?
Look, let's not leave the Afghanistan problem. The border is more vulnerable now than it's ever been, right? We already know that 40% of the Border Patrol is not on the line because they're dealing with family units. That's why the fentanyl is coming across. That's why 1.3 million encounters already on the border. Thousands of terrorists have been released from the prisons of Afghanistan whose sole purpose in life is to do harm to this country. If you're a terrorist, want to come to this country to do us harm, you can't get a plane ticket, you can't get a visa because of the checks we've done since 9/11. You're going to come across the southwest border the same way 20 million others did.
It's very scary. I read a story this morning that thousands of them have been deemed at risk, the ones that we have taken in from Afghanistan. Thank you so much, Tom, for being on with us.